All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to begin the awards ceremony. Or should I say, not the awards ceremony, I mean the elimination time. So, this time, we're going to get this over with on the plane. Now, I have a bag of peanuts, which I have two Pacific peanuts that I'm going to be handing out to. So, remember, whoever is safe remains safe, and whoever isn't, you're gone and you're done. So, this time, we're going to get this started, and we're absolutely, I mean considerably, getting this started. So, remember, whoever is safe today remains safe, but if not, you're done. So, two bags of peanuts that can really specifically just tell the details of what really went happening. So, as in for you, Sally, you, on the other hand, actually did pretty well for your team to survive a little bit of an instant elimination between fifth place, but unfortunately, you didn't do that well along with the other two. So, it tells me that, by the way, I have no other choice but to give you the bag of peanuts goes to is Sally. So, Sally gets the bag of peanuts that remains to stay safe. Now, we're down to the final two. That is Harold or Sierra. Now, I'm about to send someone home this time, which means you may never, I mean, may never, 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 ever come back on this plane. Understand? Good. Now, the next bag of peanuts we'll receive to go to is either Harold or Sierra. So, the person who's safe tonight goes to Sierra. Alright, Sierra, you, by the way, are safe. Harold, it is time you get to go, bro. It is just time for you to go. Which, especially, it's just time for you to go, man. So, anyways, ouch. Looks like Harold is now eliminated. Once again, it's time to send you home, man. Well, looks like as in for pretty much like before Harold, he gets to be going on home, which means he was about to be eliminated. So, anyways, there goes Harold, and he starts to scream anyway. As in for Sally and Sierra were both waving their hands goodbye to say goodbye to Harold, which of course Harold was starting to finally jump off the plane and finally gets to be sent to the aftermath show, so he can spend lovely first time for Lishana. Alright then. Well, guess that was something for the nerd to be voted out by Sally and Sierra. Then, well, we will find out to see who gets kicked down in the road ahead with the big way to win next time. And just as in for a bit of something added, for two people to get voted off in episode 14 next, which means I'm making another arrangement to shake things up for a while. Just only my pick and choice to choose it. So, anyways, everybody go ahead and get some rest for y'all of right now in London before we get to head to another location in the air again. That will be all. And as in for pretty much Star and Noah and Gothlistic Girl gets to go back to the back of the plane in the spot of losers, and so did Sally and Sierra. Which means meanwhile with Gwen and of course with Duncan. And Duncan came to see Gwen. Oh hey Gwen, how have you been doing? And missed me, huh? Yeah, I see that's nice and cool. So anyways, I had no idea where to start of something. Me too. And you, and tell you what is that? How about you and me and Courtney have some bit of bonding, just a bonding time, just the three of us talking together, you know. And yes, the season does suck, and all I had to say for a good reason why I left the season, but now here I am back. Here does stink, and never mind about that. So, Gwen, would you want to make out with me? and close the door this time. And then, as in for pretty much likely for Gwen, she was kind of feeling a bit happy for that. And pretty much as in for all of that right now, continues on ahead. Alright then, cool. And Duncan closes the door and locks it. And so far, Duncan and Gwen were having the best time of their life anyway. Boy, that was the best kiss, Gwen. Thanks. Alright then, well, I will go and see Courtney to see how she's doing. And okay, after me leaving the season. And would you like to come with me, or would you like to head back to the team? I'm fine with that, and maybe next time we could. Well, I would see Courtney. I will see Courtney when I need to rest for now, and then I will go ahead and to see her. Same to you, teammate. Man, it feels good to be back. Even this sucks to be here. Then hey, at least I can get is to rest for a bit with my team. Even though I don't like Heather being on the team, and the only people I can side with is Owen and Gwen, and well do that, and maybe Hayne and maybe Tyler if I will be sure to whatever talking with him or not. My call. And then maybe hang out with Courtney and DJ. Since I left, well, guess I'm going to rest anyways. Anyway, well for Duncan, he gets to go ahead and rest, even though that he actually did return back. So anyway, it's time we finish up and wrap up right now. So anyways, for right now, alright everyone, well, hope you enjoyed this show again and would feel like home. And it was a goodbye to Harold, which is like a long time to have him being out of the game. And will any of the teams think a game plan ideas? And who is going to stay for long or fail? While trying or fail to do so. And I'm Chris speaking, and we will see you guys back again here next time and soon. Until right now. And also, who do you think? Who's going to go home? And plus, it's just going to get started with Duncan having his good old fun time. Which means, by the way, it's just getting started. Which means he, on the other hand, will stay as long as he can stay until somebody ever tries to get him voted off. But like I said, Duncan is just going to enjoy all the fun that he can. But for now, I'm Chris McLean, and I will be sure as heck to see you guys soon enough. That I'm Chris McLean. See you guys again here on Total Drama World Tour Simulator. That, by the way, hope you guys absolutely did enjoy this episode. Which, like I said, this episode definitely need to get on with anyway, so that way that we continue on the show. And as in for the aftermath thing, well, that was pretty appreciated. I'll admit that it was pretty appreciated for many people to donate. Which, like I said, by the way, in that last time, that number was fake. The number was already fake, and that was pretty much pointed by blatantly, but whatever it was. But anyways, it's time we get back on the sky and back on the plane. So, as in for right now, that most people could enjoy London for a bit while we get to leave. But as in for many of these questions, who do you think? And I mean sincerely, who do you think is going to go home? Even though that, like I said, that I definitely had to rearrange two different spots for Sadie and Josh, which, like I said, I definitely had to change two things around for pretty much likely to have an evil team that is known to me as Alejandro and Josh. That is another delinquent. But anyway, all like I have to say here that I'm Chris McLean, and who do you think? Who's gonna stay lucky again? And who do you think who's gonna go home again? Find out from many of these questions here that I'm Chris McLean, and don't forget that will be a lot more to come and a lot more to be responded right here and now. That we're just going to say is thank you for enjoying the show. I am Chris McLean, And I will be sure to say this, is if you enjoy the show, then go ahead and keep on enjoying what you love on this show of this simulator. So, see you next time for episode 14, where things really get good for the next time. So, anyways, thank you for watching and enjoying the show. And I'm Chris McLean, and of course, Chef Hadget. We'll be sure to see you guys next time. And remember, who do you think? Who's going to be going home? And like I said, Duncan will not be going home early. He'll stay whenever he gets to stay. But for now, I'll see you guys again here and now on Total Drama World Tour. See you next time, everyone, and I hope you enjoy the show.